What is going on, everyone? This is eman7149 here, and this is going to be my review of The Dark Knight Rises movie. So, the premise. It's been 8 years since the end of The Dark Knight. Harvey Dent, Two-Face, killed cops and killed people, but yet if they knew about that, then all the criminals that Dent locked up would be let go. So Batman takes the fall, and then the end of the movie happens. So 8 years later, we see that there's been a new thing called Dent Act that has put away all the major criminals. All the pretty much a lot of them are just locked up now, and there's peace in Gotham. And Gordon is now starting to have a guilty conscience on him. And he's actually wrote out a speech where he was going to tell the people what really happened. He was just tired of this lie that they've been doing to try and keep this peace. The peace only happened because of a lie. Then we see Bruce Wayne, and he is not in a good condition. He's been in seclusion for 8 years. He's just been by himself. Alfred's there, but he's just been by himself because of the death of Rachel and the lie as well. And then there's been no Batman. Then we see that there is this woman who's like a maid working there, and she goes and steals Bruce Wayne's mother, her pearls. She goes and gets it. And Bruce Wayne finds her and says, "Wow, the safe I had that in is guaranteed. It could not be breakable." Apparently he was wrong. She actually kicks him, makes him fall, and then she jumps out the window. So he goes and tries to find her, and he does. He finds out it's Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. And then he also sees that she stole his fingerprints as well, so he's like, I don't really know what to make of that. And then we've cut to Bane. We see Bane, and it was just like the prologue where he's in the airplane and he's been caught. Now with Bane's voice, you can understand him perfectly. There were a few parts in the movie where it was like, I really don't know what he said, but for the majority, you know what he's saying. They fixed his voice and it's good. But anyway, he ends up wrecking the plane, takes the doctor, and makes it look like the doctor actually died, but he didn't. Then we see that Bruce Wayne actually fixes himself up and goes to Miranda Tate and Lucius Fox. And that's when Fox shows him the bat. And then he's like, I'm retired, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. But he goes to meet Miranda Tate at a party and finds out, that Wayne Enterprise is going downhill. It's invested in basically a greener Earth kind of project. And there's actually this reactor under, was it Wayne Enterprise? Yeah, it was under Wayne Enterprises. There was a reactor, and he went down there and said, "Listen, I'm giving you full control of Wayne Enterprises. I'm going to make you CEO." She accepts, and he says, "Put the money, invest it into something good, like this project." Then we see Selina Kyle, Catwoman. She's at the party too, and both her and Bruce meet again, and they're kind of talking, and she warns him about a storm coming, which of course is Bane, and that all the rich people are that people are coming after them. So then she goes to this guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. It's been a couple of days since I saw the movie, the midnight release, but she goes to him and has Bruce Wayne's fingerprints and sells it to him. And she wanted to get a device that would actually clear her name and just wipe it clean, because she's already been convicted and is in logs to the police and all that. He double crosses her, but actually Selina Kyle was already double crossing him and actually set him up to call the police to show up there. So they do. They take him down. He gets away and she does as well. But then that's when they find out about Bane, that he's underground. And Gordon and a couple people go down there. The cops get killed and Gordon gets knocked out. goes to Bane, and Bane's upset at these guys, and all they do is they look at Gordon, and they pull out the speech papers and give it to Bane, and then Gordon actually kind of wakes up and just throws himself in the water and gets away, which Bane is not happy about. So, kind of fast forwarding a little bit now, Batman learns about Bane, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, whose name is John Blake, learns that Bruce Wayne is Batman by Gordon. I imagine that's what it was. It didn't really explain how he found out, really, which was kind of odd, like a plot hole. It's like, how did you know? But anyway, he goes to Bruce Wayne and says, listen, there's this person who's like Bane, and he's hurt Gordon. So what Bruce Wayne does is he goes to the hospital and gets his knee checked out, and he gets it fixed up, and then he goes and sees Gordon. And Gordon, that's when he says the Batman has to come back. And Bruce Wayne with the cool line, he says, what if he doesn't exist anymore? And Gordon says he must. So then he wants to find out about Bane, so Batman meets up with Catwoman and saying, listen, I know what you want the little device to clear your name. If you lead me to Bane, I will give it to you. So she leads him there, but when he walks into a room, all of a sudden the gate closes behind him, and Catwoman says, you're the only thing that I could do to save my life. I had to leave him to you. And then behind him, guess who it is? It's Bane. Which he says, Mr. Wayne. And then they start duking it out, and Bane is just beating down on Batman. Bad. I mean, he is just beating him up. And Catwoman is she's sad. Basically, you can tell it's like sadness in her face that she did the wrong thing. Anyway, eventually, Batman keeps trying to get up and fight, and Bane is just like mocking him, saying, why do you keep getting up? Why do you keep trying to fight me? You know you can't beat me. And he keeps saying, I am the League of Shadows. Ra's al Ghul was nothing. And eventually, at the very end, Bane actually picks Batman up and breaks his back on his knee, and then takes him to a prison. And in this prison, Bruce Wayne is training. He has to fix his back, and he starts training again. To which now Bane is wreaking havoc on Gotham. Just destroying everything. Well, a couple months pass. Bruce Wayne manages to get out of the prison and go back to Gotham. He suits up as Batman and he starts helping people. Then what we learn is about Miranda Tate. We were all thinking she was going to be Talia al Ghul, and well, it's true. By the very end, when Batman and Bane are duking it out again, Batman starts punching his mask, Bane's mask, and it's giving him extreme pain, and he starts getting like stronger and just punching everything. And eventually he gets Bane down, knocks him down, and then all of a sudden Miranda Tate comes up and stabs Batman. And she explains the whole story that she's Talia al Ghul, and that Bane is her protector. She fixes up Bane, and then Bane starts to get a rope and choke it around Batman's neck, and puts a sawed-off shotgun to his face. But here's the one of the gripes I have about this movie is how Bane went out. Catwoman just showed up on the Batpod and shot him, and that's it. We don't see Bane again. He's done. He's dead. Yeah, I guess it's an okay way to do it, but I would rather have seen, when Bane has, the gun to his face, I would rather have seen, like, Batman, like, throw the gun, like, punch it out of his hands and fight him one last time. I'd rather have seen them, duke it out again, and Batman, beat him down, instead of Catwoman just driving up in the Batpod and shooting him and he's dead. I don't know, kind of anticlimactic, but that's just one of my opinions. And a few other people agree with me when I've read reviews, how they wish Bane would have been, more formidable before he got taken out. But whatever. So anyway, she saves him, and what happens is there's a nuclear reactor, like a bomb. That reactor I was talking about that was under Wayne Enterprises, that's actually a nuclear bomb now, and Talia's trying to get it to where it'll explode. It only has like a few minutes, so anyway, she ends up getting killed. Batman has to get the bomb, take it with the bat, and go out straight to the ocean, and it explodes. So presumably everyone thinks Batman is dead and Bruce Wayne is dead. So it cuts to Wayne Manor, and we see 3 gravestones, one of Bruce Wayne and one of his parents, and both his parents. And we see Alfred, which has been gone the entire movie. He only has about 15 minutes of screen time, and he's just tearing up. And he says, "I'm sorry I failed you. I failed you." Then we see it goes to Gordon, who's giving kind of a speech. Then we see there's a Batman statue dedicated to him. Then it cuts to John Blake, which this is interesting. I want to kind of talk about this. Okay, so the deal with John Blake is he was always kind of an interesting character. You didn't really know much about him, all that kind of stuff. But he goes and starts collecting some of his things from, I think it was an orphanage. But he said, John Blake, and he said, "Oh, we don't have that in our computer." He's like, "Well, why don't you use my full name?" And she's like, "Oh, that's a nice name. I wish you would use that. I like the name Robin." Robin. So his name is Robin John Blake. I don't know. I like the. It's kind of a cool little cameo that they included, like his name. But I don't know though. It was kind of cool. But anyway. Bruce Wayne had left coordinates for him, for Robin, John Blake. And he uses the coordinates to actually get into the Batcave. And then we see he gets on a platform, lifts them up, and he sees all of Batman's stuff, and then the movie ends. So, my opinion, it was a really outstanding movie. A good way to end it. I did like the ending. The Robin cameo was kind of cool. But in my opinion, The Dark Knight actually is better than this. The acting was better. And I like the plot better of that movie. This plot was really good. Kind of convoluted and left a few open kind of thing, like plot holes. But all in all, it was an outstanding movie. I give it a 9.5 out of 10, in my opinion. Outstanding. Dark Knight, though, in my opinion, was better. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. If you like Dark Knight Rises better, that's amazing. If you like Batman Begins better, that's really good. They're all 3 really good movies, and whichever one you like better, that's good. I'm not going to argue with you there. So this is E-Man7149 telling you if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it right now, alright? The movie's excellent. Definitely recommend to go see it. I am signing out.